Okay, good evening. Welcome to the Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer show for Monday, March 15th. We're going to be going over today's news headlines here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So if you want to come in, video chat with us, come on down. We'll send you your links. So the links are going to be posted in the comments section. So let me go ahead and put that in there again. So it should be in there. So once again, we on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So come on down. So we'll go ahead and send a link over to Facebook. So I'm going to go ahead and send it over to the Facebook side. So Facebook side has it. All of them, all three networks have it. So let's go over some NBA scores, NBA action tonight. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll also talk about tonight what happened yesterday with Drew Brees. Drew Brees retired after 20 years. Look, I'll be honest with you. Look, this guy right here, Drew Brees, absolutely personified what the city of New Orleans was all about. I mean, look, no questions about it. Look, he played a pretty good 20-year career playing with the San Diego Chargers, then coming over here post Katrina and all that. So I look at it this way. Look, the Saints, look, they're going to have to find a way to solidify their quarterback position. Sure, it might be Jameis Winston, it might be Taysom Hill, or we might have to go to the draft and get a quarterback. So I look at it this way. Look, they're going to have a lot of work to do before the season starts. So I like I said, with all its restructuring of salary for the Saints, look, there's no excuse that not the Saints can get a quarterback. I mean, look, if they could get, like I said, they re-sign Taysom Hill. I mean, don't get me wrong, but if you got Jameis Winston there, you can, like I said, you can have a thrower and also a runner. So it can work. If it does happen, it can work. I mean, so that's my monologue for tonight. Once again, Drew Brees retires. So look, I wish him all the best of luck in his endeavors and stuff like that. So if you want to come on talk about tonight's about Drew Brees, you can come on down via Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Also, if you want to come on video chat, that'd be fine as well. So let's go ahead and go through some NBA scores. We're going to go also go through the NCAA brackets that was put out yesterday. So let's go over some scores. We'll go over some NBA scores. Okay, NBA scores on the screen. Kings on top 67-61. Also, the Bucks on top 69-65. Knicks and Nets will begin in just a few moments, around 7:15. Also, Spurs and Pistons tied up at 2. Other games tonight: Clippers and Mavericks, Pacers and Nuggets, Grizzlies and Sun, and also Lakers and Warriors. That'll be later on this evening in basketball action. So let's go through the NHL scores. Okay, NHL scores. Second period, Flyers on top 2-0. Also in the second period, Panthers and Blackhawks even at 1. Also in the second period, let me shut this down. Also in the second period, Penguins on top 2-1. Also in period number 2, the Canucks on top 2-1. Also, the Capitals on top 3-0 against the Sabres. Also, it is Jets and Canadians scoreless. Also in the Nashville and Tampa Bay game, they won 4-1. So Tampa Bay won 4-1. Other games tonight will be Knights and Sharks and Calgary and Edmonton. That'll be later on this evening in Ernest. Okay, let's go to some MLB spring training games. Let's give you some updates on those games in spring training baseball. Okay, spring training baseball. Rays went 3-2. That's also the Marlins won 6-5. Also the Atlanta Braves won 5-1. Also the Yankees won 4-2. Also the Orioles won 12-3 over the Pittsburgh Pirates. Toronto wins 4-0. St. Louis wins 4-2. Chicago Cubs and Chicago White Sox even at 4 in 10 innings. So the game's at the end. Indians win 7-3. Royals win 6-1. Rays, not Rays. D-backs win 6-2. Reds win 7-3. And Dodgers win 12-5. And also Padres win 13-3 over the Brewers. So that was your MLB scoreboard updates. So we'll recap. So, okay, once again, NCAA tournament brackets are out. We'll go ahead and go through those brackets with you. All 68 teams are set up for the March Madness, which will begin this coming Thursday. Games throughout the day, throughout the night. So we're gonna we're gonna dive into those brackets. I'm gonna go ahead and put that up on the screen. We'll dive into that bracket. Okay, the brackets are up on the screen, so you'll see them. Okay, in the Western side, Gonzaga is the presumptive #1 favorite. They will take on either Appalachian State or Norfolk State. That will be on March 20th. Also, 8 versus 9. That's in the Western side. Oklahoma takes on Missouri. 8 versus 9. 5 versus 12. Creighton versus UC Santa Barbara. Also, 4 versus 13. Ohio taking on Virginia. That'll be on March 20th. So the first rounds begin March 20th, not March 18th. Sorry about that. So the first rounds March 18th to 20th. Let's go through the other ones. USC taking on either Drake or Wichita State. Eastern Washington will take on Kansas. 3 versus 14. Oregon will take on BCU, and also Iowa will take on Grand Canyon University, 2 versus 15. Now let's go over to the east side. East side is on the left side of your screen. Michigan will take on either Mount St. Mary's or Texas Southern. LSU gets the 8th seed, like it was predicted, 8th seed versus St. Bonaventure's. That'll be on the 20th. Also, Colorado will take on Georgetown, 5 versus 12. 4 versus 13. Florida State will take on UNC Greensboro. Also, BYU will take on either Michigan State or UCLA. That's going to be in the East Regional. Also, Texas taking on Abilene Christian. Abilene Christian is the champion of the Southland Conference, so they will take on Texas. UConn will take on Maryland, 7 versus 10. Alabama will take on Iona. So Alabama and Iona will play. So that's going to be in the East Regional. Let's go over to the South Regional. South Regional is 1 versus 16. Hartford taking on Baylor. North Carolina taking on Wisconsin. That's going to be a 8 versus 9 matchup. Let's see, 8 versus North Carolina taking on Wisconsin. Villanova would take on Winthrop. That would be a 5 versus 12. Purdue taking on North Texas. Texas Tech will take on Utah State. Arkansas will take on Colgate. That will be a 3 versus 14 matchup. Virginia Tech will take on Florida, 7 versus 10. Ohio State will take on Oral Roberts, 2 versus 15. Illinois will take on Drexel. That'll be a 1 versus 16 matchup. Also, Loyola Chicago back in the bowl. They'll be playing on 19 against Georgia Tech. Tennessee will take on Oregon State. That'll be 5 versus 12. Oklahoma State will take on Liberty, 4 versus 13. Also, San Diego State will take on Syracuse, 11 versus 6. West Virginia will take on Morehead State, 3 versus 14. Also, Clemson will take on Rutgers, 7 versus 10. And also, Cleveland State will take on Houston, 2 versus 15. So I think these matches are very intriguing. So whoever wins out of these, the first 4 will begin this week. Norfolk State will take on Appalachian State. Drake will take on Wichita State. Mount St. Mary's will take on Texas Southern. And also UCLA will take on, that'll be in the first 4 beginning this week. So it will begin on Thursday even. So that's your NCAA. I'll be honest with you. This is a very intriguing bracket for 2021. Look, I'd be honest with you. Look, they're going to have some good games throughout the day and night and stuff like that. Just like the LSU and St. Bonaventure's matchup. That's a good matchup. I mean, look, sure, LSU, if LSU would have won yesterday, they would have got a higher seed. They would have been playing in a different regional, but at least LSU's got the 8 seed going into the NCAA tournament. So, look, I mean, a lot of people might say, oh, this team didn't get in, this team didn't get in, blah, 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 blah. But, hey, look, in reality, look, you're going to have some good games. Make no mistake about it. So that's your NCAA brackets for the NCAA tournament. So we'll go over the women's ones. We'll see if we can grab the women's, and we'll go over the women's side in a second. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch that out, and we'll go over the women's. We'll go over the women's bracket. So I'll be putting up the women's bracket too. So I'm gonna pull up the brackets in a second. Let me see if I can get the brackets. So I'm going to pull up the NCAA brackets for the women's tournament. The women's one just came out about a half hour ago. So let's see if I can pull this brackets up. Let's see if I get the brackets. I'm going to get the brackets on the screen. And that's probably not the right ones. Let's see if I can get them up on the screen. I'm trying to see if you're in here. If you want to talk anything in the world of sports, how you doing? What's up? LSU, I think it's going to be a very good matchup if they get there to Michigan. So I think they will, because they're going to play St. Bonaventure's Ghosts. I think if LSU can come out of that first round and take on Michigan, I think that they can take it. So once again, thanks for commenting. I appreciate you coming in. commenting tonight. So we'll give you the brackets. I'm going to see if I can pull up these brackets. I'm trying to see if we got them. Looks like we ain't got brackets yet. So no women's brackets. So I'm going to probably, let me see. Okay, Ghost, what you think about Drew Brees retiring after 20 years? Let's see if he'll answer me. Oh, it should be in the Final Four. Because LSU yesterday played a good game against Alabama, but they unfortunately lost that game against Alabama. I mean, they should have won that game. So, Ghost, what you think about Drew Brees retiring after 20 years with the Saints? Let's see what he says. Let's see. All right. We'll go ahead. We'll wait. All right. Let's see what we got. I'm going to go over some. I'm going to go over the Pelicans. So let's go over the Pelicans from last night's game. Pelicans won 135 to 115 final score. Needs to retire. Oh yeah, I agree. I agree 100%. Ghost, look, he's been in the league for 20 years. Playing 15 with the Saints and then with the San Diego Chargers. Look, he's 40 something. He's 42 years old. Look, he's going to be wear down. I mean, look. I mean, if he can if like I said, if the Saints can get somebody in there, I know Taysom Hill can run the RPOs. I know Jameis Winston can throw the ball, but they're probably going to have to get a quarterback that they can develop in an instant. I mean, because look, they want to win now. The Saints want to win now. So thanks for commenting, Ghost. I appreciate it. So let's go over the New Orleans Pelicans. We'll recap what happened last night. New Orleans Pelicans win 135, 115. So I'm going to put it up on my screen. Cool. Yeah, I think he should be in the booth. I'll be honest with you. I think he should be in the booth. Let me see if I can put his comment up there. I think he should be in the booth because look, he can analyze what goes on the field and field presence, what the quarterback's feeling and stuff like that. So I appreciate you coming in. I'm glad that he wants to be a part of football. Yeah, I think he should in a different way. Because look what happened with Brett Favre. Brett Favre, back in when we played him in NFC Championship a couple of years ago, back in 2009. Look, he was old, outwear, and look, he got beat up time and time again. But just like Brees, he suffered a cracked rib and also with his liver or something. I mean, look. I mean, that's something right there, taking a beating time and time again. So thanks for coming in, Ghost. I appreciate you coming in. So let's give you a recap of the New Orleans Pelicans last night. They did win 135-115. I'll be honest with you. Look, it's a better performance. The last two games for the New Orleans Pelicans because, look, if they continue down this road of losing and stuff like that, they're never going to get into the playoffs. So that's just my opinion on it. So let's go ahead and recap what happened. Okay, the scoring, Pelicans did outscore the Clippers 36-24. Also, the Clippers in the second quarter outscored the Pelicans 33-31, and also the Pelicans came back in the third quarter and outscored them 43-26. And then, so they did win this game last night. Now, your leading scores last night for the Pelicans, let's go ahead and put those up on the screen. Zion Williamson with 27 points. He did shoot 13 of 16 shots. Now, Lonzo Ball got 20 points last night as well. And also Brandon Ingram. So Brandon Ingram got 23, but he did shoot 7 of 12 and also hit 3 of 6 from three-point land. Now, Bledsoe did shoot 3 of 5, but he did shoot 0 of 2 from the and also Steven Adams. Steven Adams had 9 points last night. Now, Kyra Lewis is another guy off the bench that we should be depending on. He had 13 points last night, and he also had three total rebounds. So I'll look at it there. These guys right here, and then also Hart had 13 points. So they had some good scoring in the game last night with the New Orleans Pelicans. So I'll be honest with you, the next couple of games, Pelicans are just going to have to continue to play play their game. So let's go over the stat numbers. I'm going to go through the stats, full stats. Pelicans did shoot 65% last night. That was a good shooting clip, 53 of 81. They also knocked down 12 of 26 three-pointers for about 46%, and also got to the line 21 times, converted 17 shots in the game. Now, the turnovers was very extensive in the game, 18 to 12. So that's the things we have to stop doing, is turning over that basketball, because that's continuously happening over and over and over again. That's in the game last night, 18 turnovers. Now, I'm going to go through quarters 1 through 4. So I'm going to go through those numbers with you. Okay, Pelicans last night, they did shoot 14 of 21. That was in the first quarter. That was good for 66%. Also, the three-point shooting was 50%. And also, they got to the line 5 times, converted 4 shots for 80%. So they did shoot 80% in the first quarter. That was in the box. Now, they had 36 points in the first quarter. So it's 36 points, but they had 6 turnovers to their 7. So it's kind of a little skewed right there, 6 turnovers to 7. So in the first quarter, Alonzo Ball had 11 points. He did shoot 4 of 4. Zion has 7. Ingram had 7. Bledsoe had none. So Bledsoe didn't get nothing. He only had 1 total rebound, 1 on defense, none on offense. And then Adams with 3. That was in the first quarter. Now, Lewis had 2. And Jackson Hayes had 4. So that was in the game last night. That was in the first quarter. Now we'll go through the second quarter stats. I'm going through the second quarter. We'll go through those second quarter stats with you. Box score, Zion has 6 in the second. Let's see what this is. Hold on 1 second. I got to call him back. Yeah. Okay, I'll be back in a second. I got to answer a phone call, so let me go answer a phone call. So I got to answer a phone call. Yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah. Let me go back. Okay, once again, I'm back. I had to answer a phone call, so we're gonna go through all the stats and what happened last night in the Pelicans game. So if you want to comment about tonight's game, about last night's game, excuse me, you can do that through Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So I'm going to go through all the stats again. So this was in the second quarter. So they did shoot 11 of 19 in the second quarter. Also, they kind of was a little sloppy on those 3-point shots in the second. Now the turnovers was 6 to 5. So not too bad. It was they keep turning over that ball in the second quarter. So they have to continue to stop turning over that ball. Now let's go over to the first half. Pelicans did shoot 40%. That's 62%, excuse me. I'm trying to get back on track. 62%, that's 25 or 40 shots. They did shoot 40%. Now, turnovers was really piling up in the first half. 12 turnovers. That was just something you can't continue to do, is getting 12 turnovers in a game. Now, that was in the first half. We'll go over to the quarter number 3, and we'll break that down for you. Okay, the Pelicans shot 17 of 22 in the third quarter, 77%. They did shoot 3 of 7 from 3-point range, but they also had on 1 turnover to 5. So that wasn't too bad for the Pelicans in the third quarter. So that was 1 turnover. Now, in the quarter number 4, so we'll go to the quarter number 4. Zion played. He had 6 points. Ingram that didn't put up his numbers. Bledsoe only had he did play 5 minutes. Now most of the reserves bench did play in the fourth quarter. So they shot 57% and also 75% from the 3-point range. But they also had 5 turnovers in that fourth quarter. So I look at it this way. Look, so the total turnovers in the game was, to be honest with you, was 18 turnovers. So you can't get those turnovers continuously in those games. So the 4 factors in the game, Pelicans did shoot 72.8% on field goals. Turnovers was 16.5, and then rebounds was 14. Now the offensive rating was 132.6 for the New Orleans Pelicans, at 112 for the Clippers. So that was in the game last night. So second half, let's give you the second half numbers. Second half, they did shoot 28 of 41 for about 68.3. The Pelicans did knock down 6 of 11 shots for about 54, but they did get 6 turnovers in that second half. So I look at it this way. Look, the next couple of games for the Pelicans are going to be pivotal because they're going to be playing on Tuesday and Thursday. They're going to be playing Portland. And I'm going to tell you, Portland is not going to be an easy task for the New Orleans Pelicans, because, look, they got Damian Lillard and all those, and McCollum and all that stuff. So I usually hate Jackson Hayes. Yeah, Jackson Hayes, look, he's sometimes he'll be playing at will and stuff like that. But be honest with you, it's just he can dunk and all that. But the truth of the matter is, look, he's got to play defense, to tell you the truth. Because, look, every night when they don't play defense, they just allow easy baskets and continue to give up points off for turnovers on the offensive side. and that's something we can't be doing, allowing. So Pelicans win 135, 115 was your final score. So we'll give you the standings. I'm going to go ahead and give you the standings as we go. So I'll give you those standings. So let me switch this out and give you those standings. I'm going to go over to the college basketball, NBA basketball standings. I'm going to give you those. Okay, the standings as we speak right now. That's in the Eastern Conference. These are your 8 teams as we go. Philadelphia at 1, Brooklyn at 2, Milwaukee at 3, Miami at 4, Boston at 5, Charlotte at 6, New York at 7. So they're playing Brooklyn tonight. So we'll give an update on that game as we go. Atlanta at 8. So right now, a lot of teams jockeying for that 8th position in the Eastern Conference. Now in the Western Conference, the Western Conference got some good. You got Utah at 1. You got Phoenix at 2. You got the Lakers at 3. Clippers at 4. Nuggets at 5. Portland at 6. They're playing Tuesday and Thursday against those guys. And San Antonio at 8 and Dallas at San Antonio at 7 and Dallas at 8. So right now the Pelicans are right. They're at 9, 10. Yeah, they're in 11th place right now. So they got a lot of ground to gain in the couple of in the second half of the season, because I'm gonna tell you, honestly, we can beat Portland. Yeah, I think we can beat Portland. I think we can. But we just got to stop turning over the ball, continuously giving up points off of turnovers and points in the paint and all that stuff. So I think they can, because they got Lillard and McCollum and company. So I say this: look, the next couple of weeks is going to. They're also going to be playing Denver. That's going to be on Sunday at 2:30. So it's not going to be an easy road for the New Orleans Pelicans, to be honest with you. So that is your standings. So we're going to go through. We're going to go through some baseball. I'm going to go through college baseball. So we're going to recap college baseball action from yesterday. We're going to begin with LSU, Tulane, and the local teams. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to college baseball. So we're going to start. So once again, if you want to talk about, you should make a March Madness bracket and talk. All right. I mean, I probably should. I mean, but I got to do these shows and all that. So I understand. I mean, my bracket might bust. So let's see what they're saying. Looking at them. So we're going to go through some college baseball. So I'm going to go through college baseball yesterday. So I'm going to switch this out, and I'm going to go to the D1 baseball. So we're going to go through starting with LSU. LSU played yesterday against UTSA. They won 13-12. So we're going to go through the recap of that game. So I'm going to slide this in. I'm going to go through the LSU baseball recap. Then we'll pull it up in my screen, and I'll share it. So we're going to go through the baseball recap. So college baseball. So I'm going to pull the box score up. Okay, the box score right on the screen. LSU wins 13-12. It was an absolute shootout game. LSU scored 13 runs on 19 hits. They only committed 2 errors. Your winning pitcher was Theo Milers, 1-0. Ryan Ward was the loser. in the game. So let's go through the scoring summary. This is a very long scoring summary. Okay, in the bottom of the first, LSU, Darren Cruz hit a home run that was to right field. So it's on a 1-0 pitch that made it 1-0. And then Doherty came back in the bottom of the first, hit a home run. So both of them hit a home run that was made it 2-0. And then UTSA scored in the top of the second and top of the third. Thornquist hit a home run in the second, and Patton hit one in the third, so it tied the game at 2. Then Sanford came back, hit a home run, so they was hitting home runs like crazy yesterday. I mean, that was in the bottom of the fifth, and then Arnold came back, hit a home run on a 3-1 pitch. It was a 2-run home run in the bottom of the fifth. Also, Doherty singled to left field. That was on a 1-2 count. Cruz did score. Also, Wyatt flied out on the right field. That was a sac fly in the bottom of the sixth. Also, Cruz singled to right center field, made it 9-2. And then UTSA scoring was in the top of the seventh and top of the ninth and also the 10th. So top of the seventh, they hit a home run that was Bailey. Bergeron singled to the shortstop. Patton scored on that single. Also, UTSA singled on to third base, and the runs came in. It was 9-6 LSU. Also, Bergeron doubled to right center field, made it 9-7. And then they came back on a sac fly, made it 9-8. And then in the top of the ninth, they also singled to left field. That was Rock, made it 9-9. And then UTSA flied out, was a sac fly in the 10th, so it was in the 10th inning. Sadashny singled to left, barely scored, made it 11-9. Also, they came back and reached on the fielder's error. That made it 12-9. Then LSU came back in the bottom of the 10th with 2 home runs from Thompson and Trubinsky. Also, Dugas singled in the winning run, and that was in the bottom of the 11th. So LSU went 13-12. It was, like I said, it was an absolute shootout ball game. Looking at the scoring summaries, so okay, we'll go through the box score. LSU box score: Dylan Cruz went 3 for 5. Morgan went 0 for 6. Doherty went 2 for 4. Beloso went 1 for 7. So not a good night for him. Let's see who's coming in here. Let's see what this is. How you doing? What's up?
Hey.
Hey, what's up?
Who is this?
Who?
Who's streaming right now?
That's on Ghost Man.
I mean, let me tell you, this Saints team is going to suffer with all the Bucks. I can't believe they're bringing back Gronk and Barrett and all of those people from last year. So
Yeah.
every single one of them, Godwin and.
Oh yeah.
Okay, once again, let me tell you something. This Mets team is just.
Yeah. Clap your hands.
Okay, sport.
Hey.
Okay, when you're done, let's show the team article. Got Gronk up.
Oh, okay. So, what you think about Drew Brees retiring?
I think it was a smart move.
Yeah. Look, be honest with you.
He's old.
Yeah, he's 42 years old. I mean, why come back and get yourself beat up time and time and time again?
But believe me, and like he said in his tweet on his Instagram post, he'll still be a New Orleans Saint, so he's gonna help out and stuff. So
Yeah, what would he done for this community?
I mean, he's going to be on
I love
NBC. So he's going to be on NBC for Thursday Night Football. So
Oh yeah,
I mean Sunday Night Football. Sorry. So
Sunday night football, not Thursday night
hey,
football. Hey, what's up?
FLteams.com.
All right, you want me to go to flteams.com right now?
Yeah, it's breaking news with all the Buck signings and stuff. So.
All right, I'll go.
And the Dolphins just signed a fullback or something. So it's just crazy with free agency today, right? It's just
Okay, I'll go to flteams.com, and then we'll come back and we'll recap up LSU baseball. So I'm gonna go ahead. So I got it right here. Hey, what's up? Yep, I see it. Hold on. Shaquille Barrett is going back to the Tampa Bay Bucks now. Wow.
Yeah, he led the NFL in sacks in 2019.
Yeah.
I mean, let me tell you something. This Bucks team.
Yeah, they're gonna be a contender for years to come now.
Well, we'll see who's going to replace Tom Brady. You do not know that yet.
I don't know.
Once we see what QB is replacing Brady, and we can see. Okay, so I mean, this is something big right here. Look, this guy. What are your thoughts on him? I mean, this tight end is just crazy. I know.
I think he is. I think he is absolutely crazy. To be honest,
I mean, I know they have OJ Howard and whoever they have and stuff. So. He's a good blocking tight end too, so
yeah,
it's a very look. People always focus on catching balls. No, blocking is another aspect of the game.
Yeah,
that's what Josh Hill does on the Saints.
Yeah,
what do you think of Josh Hill?
I think he's going to be back. I mean, look, we need a blocking back.
Well, like I said, Taysom Hill has a large contract now, but let me tell you, the Saints have major problems going on. Besides Brees retiring, their cap space is crazy. I don't know what the hell the Saints are doing. They need to release someone. So
they need to release some of them. They're restructuring some of those contracts.
Emmanuel Sanders, so
yeah, they're releasing.
You know what the problem is? They're not going to get anyone to replace Emmanuel Sanders because they released him not because he sucked, because of the cap space.
Yeah,
I mean he is older, so that's why they didn't.
Yeah,
release someone else, but they need I don't know what wide receiver they can sign. What do you think?
I think they probably could sign somebody. I mean, that's just
but it's not like they're gonna sign like Kenny Galladay or something because they have cap space problems. But what they could do, they could do a trade. They could trade for a wide receiver and trade like 3 players away for a wide receiver.
So this is Ghostman saying getting
Who's Ghostman?
That's Toxic Ghost Man.
Okay, I don't know. It's Kerry should know. He's a Saints fan, so.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, they did release Hill, but we're gonna have to find.
No, he's on the Detroit Lions now. So, okay, he's on the Detroit Lions. So I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's on the Lions, Kerry.
So yeah, he's on the Lions. Ghost Man, Toxic.
I don't know who the hell that is.
Yeah, that's a guy from YouTube. So.
Oh, hey, welcome in. If you want to come in, Kerry, put the link in.
I'll put him in if he wants to come in. I'll go ahead and put him in. Okay, if you want to come in, Toxic, I'll put you in. So let me put that in the So if you want to come in through there. That's StreamYard link. So what else? What else?
But here's the top receivers available: Kenny Galladay, Marvin Jones, Will Fuller, Juju Smith-Schuster, John Brown, and Curtis Samuel. Curtis Samuel's another guy you know from the NFC South. What are your thoughts on him?
Oh yeah.
What are your thoughts on Curtis Samuel?
I think, to be honest with you, I think Curtis Samuel's if we could try to get him, then that's fine.
But he's a free agent. The only way the Saints are going to get a wide receiver is through a trade. Because when you trade, what the Saints are going to do in a trade, they're going to trade their high cap space players away.
Yeah. Yeah, they're gonna have to trade. I mean, they're gonna have to.
It's like you trade like 3 players for Curtis Samuel, so 3 players for 1, because those 3 players are gonna have heavy cap. Okay, so once again, let me tell you something.
So what else?
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
think that. And yeah, any second now, my writer's going to get this Jacksonville Jaguars article published. The Jaguars made like 8 signings today. They signed Philip Dorsett, a former Patriots player, and stuff.
Looks like we got. Okay. Once again, I'll take Juju. I am not taking someone that dances on logos. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. If Juju is available, yeah.
No, he's going to just be detrimental to the team's success. He's not going to be good. I mean, look, if he can turn things around, the team's front office can get him into shape and stuff. Because they're gonna be you know, I mean, I hate to say it, they're really gonna be punching him.
Yeah.
I mean, the opposing teams don't like him.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. I think there's more Twitter news. Oh shoot, looks like someone signed. The Jets. Okay, the Jets signed a Bengals pass rusher, Carl Lawson. Once again, Carl Lawson signs with the Jets. Also, the Jets signed Corey Davis from the Titans. He's a good wide receiver.
Yeah.
All right, let's see who we got.
Now, if you just go ahead and share your screen, Isaac, so we'll
on my phone.
Huh?
Not on my phone.
Oh, you on your phone?
Let's see if there's other news. Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest signing today was I think it was either Nguakwe. Nguakwe who went to the Raiders, or oh, I forgot. Nguakwe that went to the Raiders, or Shaq Barrett.
Yeah.
And then also the Jonnu Smith was big because he's a good tight end. He's now the third highest paid tight end. And then I think other big news. I think Bud Dupree was a big move. He went to the Titans. Also. Yeah, Gronkowski, Nelson Aguilar. I mean, what do you think about Nelson Aguilar?
Nelson Aguilar, I think if he goes with somebody.
Okay, the Jets deal with Carl Lawson is 3 years, $45 million with $30 million guaranteed. So that's a huge deal right there for the Jets. I mean, this Jets team is just getting those monies worth now. Look, the Jets are finally doing something for us. Now, this is an overpay. This guy's not. Let me tell you something. Look, let me look at the Carl Lawson. I've never heard of this guy. I don't know who the hell this is. But
yeah, it's, he's saying the Patriots to be turning around.
Add the comment to the.
I got it. I'll hit the button. You see it?
Yeah, I mean they. Let me tell you something. Jonnu Smith, and Nelson Aguilar highlight the offensive additions. And now for defense, Toxic and Ghostman. Obviously Matthew Judon was a big move. And then they got Godjax, a big defensive end for my Dolphins, linebacker, I mean. And they keep on making even more. And Kendrick Bourne from the 49ers. Kendrick Bourne is another wide receiver. Now the Jets, so there's Carl Lawson. I didn't know he's good. He had 64 total pressures in 2020, fourth among edge defenders, according to PFF. So
yeah.
Let me tell you something. I'll share your screen, Kerry. Go on Twitter.
Okay. Want me to share my screen on Twitter? All right. I'm going to share my screen.
It's just too much news for you to cover tonight.
Yeah.
Sports talk's going to go on.
I got a lot of stuff to cover.
You can't show. You can't show any ESPN articles. There's too many of them.
Now I can show them. I mean.
All right, press the home button on Twitter.
Okay, I'll press the home button. Hit the button.
Okay. Yep. Let me go on the computer with this.
Let me hit this button. Let me put that in there for you. So yeah, that's Carl Lawson right there. Jets signed Carl Lawson.
All right, keep on showing it.
Oh, what you want me to show? I got it right there. NFL trade rumors. So Carl Lawson. So want me to show the whole thing? I'll show it. Let me see if you're in here. Looks like he's. Yeah, I'm gonna put you back in.
All right, we're connected on this. Okay, so.
Okay, what's your Yeah, Isaac. Looks like he's.
Just press the home button. Show more tweets.
All right, I'll show the tweets.
All right, scroll down now. Let's keep on scrolling. Oh, it skipped on you.
I skipped on. Yeah. Took
Okay,
a skip.
so I don't know. All right, so 22 seconds.
This is from Tom Passarero.
That's actually a big news right there. I mean, Philip Lindsay was a good running back. I mean,
yeah. Oh yeah.
Lindsay was just a speedster. So ratio, someone's ratioing someone.
Yeah, he was running that Wildcat formation when the Saints played him.
Oh, because didn't they have no QB?
Yeah, they had no QB. Yeah, they got Lawson's deal. That's
I mean, that's a big defensive signing right there for New York.
Oh yeah, that definitely is.
Got all these hats in here.
Yeah. This is Jackson Hayes' dunk right here.
Let me tell you. I mean, look, let me tell you that this team doesn't know what they're doing.
Yeah, that's one day they win, one day they fall apart. So that's Lonnie Walker, the fourth on the whip around. That's in the game tonight. The Nets and the Knicks. So what else you need? You want to talk about this? Dana White. Oz. Let's see if he's. Looks like Isaac left, so apologize. Hopefully he comes back. We'll once again we'll continue over LSU baseball. LSU wins 13-12, so we'll recap that. So I know he kind of left, so we'll just go back to the box score. Okay, I'm going to go through the box scores. Went through. Gavin Dugas yesterday went 3 for 6. Also, Mitchell Sanford went 1 for 5. Jordan Thompson went 3 for 4. So they had a good hitting day yesterday. Wyatt went 0 for 3. Hayden Trubisky went 1 for 1. Zach Horner went 4 for 6. I'll be honest with you. They left 17 men on base. 17 men on base. That's something you cannot be continue to do if you want to be a regional baseball team. You cannot leave those runners on base. 17 is just absolutely way too much to be. So they did play. This Tuesday they will be playing Southeastern. That'll be in at Alex Box Stadium. So let's give you the pitching breakdown. So they used AJ Labrers. AJ Labrers had 6 innings. He gave up 5 hits, 2 runs. Gave up 2 was earned. He walked none, struck out 7. Coleman walked 1 and struck out 1. He gave up 4 hits. 5 hits, 4 runs. And then George gave up 3 hits, 3 runs, 1 walk. Also, Wehmeyer came in. He gave up 2 hits, 3 runs. 2 of them was earned. Didn't struck out nobody, walked nobody. Jacob Hastings came in the game against UTSA. He only walked 1. Alex Brady came in the last one. So they used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pitches. The other night, they was using almost 10 pitches. So this pitching staff right now has absolutely been just getting destroyed. by teams like UTSA, Oral Roberts, and many more. So they're going to be they're going to have to figure a way to get this pitching staff back on track, because they gave up 15 hits and 12 runs. That was 12, and then 11 was earned in that game yesterday versus. So I say this: look, LSU has a long way to go in the 2021 season. Look, it's no escaping and stuff like that. But it's just, to be honest with you, look, you're going to play teams like Mississippi State. You're going to play teams like Alabama. You're going to play teams like Florida and all that. You got to be better than that, because if you don't, then they're just going to destroy your pitching staff, and you won't have anything for the weekend. So final score: LSU wins 13-12. They will take on Southeastern this coming Tuesday night. That will be 6:30. That will be in Alex Buck Stadium. We'll have the game for you. Game audio only. No video, because we cannot show any live video during the game. So game audio tomorrow for LSU Southeastern. So we'll go over to Tulane now. So I'll recap Tulane baseball. So I'm going to recap Tulane baseball. So I'm going to pull up Tulane's site, and I'm going to go through Tulane baseball. Okay, Tulane baseball 8-7 on the season. Tulane wins 14-2. So I'm going to recap that game for you. Okay, Tulane wins 14-2. They will take on, I'm trying to see who they will take on this week. So in the midweek games, so I'm going to see what they take on this week. Okay, they will take on so they will take on Louisiana Tech this weekend. They will take on Texas Southern. That'll be Tuesday night at Turchin Stadium. So Texas Southern, 6 p.m. But they will take on Louisiana Tech this weekend in the weekend series. So let's give you a recap on this game. Okay, Jack Aldrich was the winner for Tulane. He's 1-0. Babe Wicker, 2-1. The game was 3 hours and 8 minutes at Church in Troy, Alabama. So Tulane started off the top of the first with 2 singles in the top of the first. Also, they came back in the top of the second and top of the third. Had a double, so it's they scored on those runs, doubles, and then Troy came back on a sac fly that was in the bottom of the third, and then Tulane in the seventh and eighth. Neiman hit a home run, made it 6-1. Then he doubled in the top of the top of the 8th, and then Mender hit by a pitch, and then Troy came back on a single, made it 10-2. Then Tulane scored 3 times in the top of the 9th. Neiman hit by a pitch. Bungo had scored. Avail doubles, and Groff scores, and then also singles right center field, and then Neiman scores. There was a 2-run single by Engelhardt. So let's go through the box scores for Tulane. Tulane box scores. Jared Hart went 2 for 6. Burns went 2 for 5. Neiman went 3 for 5. Luis Avails went 2 for 6. Engelhardt went 2 for 6. Also, Mender went 3 for 5. Lee Bennett went 2 for 6, and then Bungard went 1 for 4, and then Groff went 1 for 3. Tulane left 11 men on base. They struck out 5 and walked 5 times. Tulane pitching. Let's go through the pitching. The pitching staff gave up. Let's see. Let's see what he wants.
Terry, do you have the breaking news?
What is the breaking news?
James Winston.
Oh, Jameis Winston.
New QB for the Saints.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they just signed him. 12-year deal.
Oh, they just signed him?
I mean, $12 million, 1 year. Kelly, you're a Saints fan. Are you kidding?
Yeah, I am.
Come on, go to Twitter. Let's go. Pull it up.
All right.
That's I mean, you're a Saints fan. What? Come on. What are your thoughts? He's going to be the Saints.
I think it's gonna be a good investment. So it's from Sham. Once again,
James.
Can
you believe Shams broke the news?
Yeah, Sham.
Adam Schefter.
Yeah.
All right. So you as a Saints fan, what are your thoughts?
I think it's going to be a good investment.
Oh, look, there's Sam Fetterman.
Yeah. Sam Fetterman talking about it.
Oh, he's getting tons of likes on his tweet.
Oh, it's Sam Fetterman, Greg Allman, and Christian Woods, Stan. Yeah, I think it's a good investment because, look, we're going to need a guy that's going to throw the football. Taysom Hill can run the RPOs. I mean, that's a good investment right there.
Okay, so look, no, they're going to still use Taysom Hill for RPOs.
Yeah, they're going to use him.
But James Winston, look, this guy's going to throw deep. But like I said, Michael Thomas he does not go deep. He's a slot receiver. The person that goes deep is Emmanuel Sanders, but he's not on the team anymore. So now I look at Jared Cook. I look at Jared Cook as the key this season.
Yeah. I mean, look, we need somebody like that. I mean,
yes, he's the starting keeper for the Saints. I think that's definite now. Okay,
yes.
So once again, Kerry, good luck with the Saints this season. They have a QB. James, this is what we predicted. We predicted Drew Brees to retire and Winston to resign on a 1-year deal. So he was on a 1-year deal last year.
Yeah.
StreamYard didn't move me.
Oh, oh, shoot. Let me put him back in. Yeah, I got you back in. No, I don't know why they keep dropping you. I don't understand this. Just come back in, Isaac. Just come back in. So just come back in from the I'll send you the link if you. Let me see if I can get him back. You good? I got you. I don't know why he keeps dropping him. So once again, Jameis Winston signs with the Saints. So he's re-signed. So I think it's a good. Like I said, once again, it's a good investment for this team future. I mean, sure, we might win double-digit games this year. We might win double-digit. I mean, that's just probably going to happen. So let's see if I can get him back. I didn't remove him. Let me put him back. All right. Let me go ahead and put him back in. Let me go ahead and send him the message. Send him a link. Let's send him a link. I don't know why he keeps removing him. I don't understand this. So come on back in, Isaac. I got you. So come on back in. So we'll once again see if we can get him back in. Come on back. So so if you want to comment about Jameis Winston resigning with the New Orleans Saints, you can post your comments through Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. We'll appreciate it. Or if you want to come in video chat, you can do that as well. So we're waiting for Isaac to come back in. Give him a second. I'm gonna retweet it. So we'll go back to Tulane baseball. So I'm going to recap what happened yesterday. So once again, so let me get my screen back up. So Tulane pitching yesterday gave up 9 hits, 2 runs, one of them was earned, 1 walk and 7 strikeouts. Always had 7 of those strikeouts and 1. So Zach DeVito gave up a hit for the Green Wave. So next game for the Green Wave will be against Texas Southern. That'll be this coming Tuesday night, 6:30, and 6 o'clock at Turgeon Stadium. So Tulane wins 14-2. So we'll recap. We'll go ahead and recap what happened with the Southeastern Lions, and we'll recap UNO baseball. So we'll do that as well. So I'm going to go over to the Southeastern Lions page. So we're going to go over to Southeastern's box score. Southeastern wins 3-1. So we'll recap Southeastern Lions. So we'll put the box score up on the screen. I will have that up in a second. Okay, Southeastern wins 3-1. Final score. The winning pitcher was Brennan Stupridge, 2-0. Cole Hoskin gets the save. Southeastern had line score was 3 hits, 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors, no 1 error, excuse me. 3, 5, and 1. Sam Houston 1, 5, and 0. That was in the game yesterday. So let's go through the scoring summary. Okay, Southeastern scored in the bottom of the 4th. Keller hit a home run to left field, tied the game at 1. Also, Garcia hit one to same place, left field. That was on a 1-0 pitch. It was an RBI. Made it 3-1. And then Nick Race singled to center. That was made it 3-1. So that's how the scoring persisted. So Southeastern wins 3-1. They will take on. Let's look at the schedule. Okay, Southeastern will take on. They will take on LSU tomorrow night, 6:30. It'll be on SEC Network Plus. Then they will take on Incarnate Word Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. 4-game series with Incarnate Word. So let's go through the box score. Southeastern box score. Keller went 2 for 3. Johnson went 0 for 3. Burke went 0 for 4. Preston Faulkner went 0 for 3. Garcia went 1 for 3. Gabby Cruz went 0 for 2. Mac Taylor went 0 for 3. Also, Nick Ray went 2 for 3. And Joe Delaney went 0 for 1. They left 3 men on base. Sam Houston left 7. Now, the Southeastern pitching staff, Stupridge had 5 innings of work. He gave up 2 hits, 1 run. One of them was earned. He walked 2, struck out 4. Also, Cole Hoskin gave up 3 hits, no runs. None of them was earned. He walked 1 and struck out 4. Southeastern pitching struck out 8 batters and walked only 3 batters in their game yesterday. So So what a good win to start off the Southland Conference season. So Southeastern is now 4-0 in the Southland Conference. So I'll be honest with you, this Southeastern team looks like, I'm going to be honest with you, they're going to be a regional team before it's all said and done. So final score, Southeastern wins 3-1 in their game yesterday. So we'll recap UNO baseball. So we'll recap UNO baseball. So UNO 4-0, also 4-0 in the conference, 9-7 overall. They played the Houston Baptist. They did win. They will take on. They will take on Stephen F. Austin this weekend. That will be at Stephen F. Austin. That'll be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. March 19th through the 21st. So we'll give you the box score in this UNO baseball. Okay, UNO line score, 9 runs, 15 hits, 1 error. For you, Houston Baptist, 2 runs, 9 hits, and 3 errors for Cabe. Selesky gets the win. He's 2-1. So he wins his match. Now let's go over the scoring summary. UNO scored 2 times in the bottom of the third. Luther Woolard on the fielder's error. Tejada did score. Also in the bottom of the third, Paige Howard walked, and Furr did score. Also in the bottom of the fourth, Gage Howard singled. Was a single RBI, so it was an RBI in the bottom of the fourth. Also, Salah Isaac reached on the fielder's error. Howard scored. That was in the bottom of the fifth. Isaac Williams walked. Wild pitch. Isaiah scored. Paige Howard singled to right field. Was in the game. That was in the bottom of the sixth. Also, in the bottom of the seventh, Tejada flied out, and Isaac Williams scored. Also, Willis singled to left field, so it made it 8-2. And then Salah Isaac did score on the wild pitch. UNO, so it made it 9-2. So it was only score 9-2 final score. So let's go through the box score for the UNO Privateers. Christian Furr went 2 for 3. Gage Howard went 3 for 4. Luther Woolard went 0 for 5. Paige Howard went 3 for 4. Salah Izzy went 1 for 3. Isaiah Williams, Isaac Williams went 1 for 4. Travis Goober went 3 for 5. Jose Tejada went 1 for 3. Darren Willis went 1 for 5. UNO like 12 men on base. They struck out 8 times and only walked 6 times with their bats. I don't know, 36 at bats. Now UNO pitching. Tyler LeBlanc had 4 innings of work. He gave up 4 hits, 2 runs. 1 of them was earned. Walked 3, struck out 4. Caleb Selesky gave up 3 hits, but he didn't walk anybody. Struck out 4. Cortland Ramirez had 1 inning of work. He gave up 1 walk and 1 strikeout, and also Hayden Herbs gave up 1 hit. So UNO pitching struck out 9 batters and walked 4. They only gave up 9 hits, 2 runs. 1 of them was earned. So UNO wins their game 9-2. Their next game will be against Stephen F. Austin this weekend. So it'll be Stephen F. Austin Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Be a 4-game set. So UNO once again wins 9-2. So they're now 9-7, 4-0 in the Southland Conference. Just like Southeastern, we're going to go through the standings. I'm going to go through the baseball standings, and I'll give you those baseball standings. See if we can get the Southland Conference standings up. So let me get those Southland Conference baseball standings up as we go. So, so that is once again as our wrap on that. So we recapped it. Let's go over some scores before we sign off tonight. So thanks for Isaac for coming in. I know why StreamYard's not putting you in, but apologize for that. You can come in anytime. So let's go over some scores. Okay, let's go over some NBA scoreboard update. Okay, NBA scoreboard update. It is Hornets on top 118-113. Also, Nets on top 67-55. That's against the Knicks tonight. Also, the Spurs winning 69-59. That's in the third quarter. Also, in the first, it is Clippers on top 20-10. Bucks win 133-122 against the Washington Wizards. Other games later on this evening will be Pacers and Nuggets, Grizzlies and Suns, and Lakers and Warriors. That'll be later on this evening. So that we'll go through some on Twitters. I'm going to go see what we have on the Twitter updates. So I'm going to go through those Twitter updates in just a second. I don't know why my internet connections are really, and then we'll wrap it up. Let's go through the Twitter updates, see what's happening. Okay, Twitter updates on the screen. Okay, okay. Garrett Smith puts out Tulane hoops team is in the 32nd 32 team field. They will be in the that will be set up in 4 regions. So Tulane will have their first appearance in the WNIT, and so congratulations to the Tulane women's team for making the WNIT field. This is from Gary Smith. Follow him at Gary Smith. Okay, once again, just mentioned Jameis Winston 1-year deal with the Saints. This is from KPLC Sports. Follow them at KPLC Sports. 1-year deal for Jameis Winston. I think once again is a great investment for the Saints. Okay, let's see what else we got. Okay, let's put this up on the screen. Giannis recorded his 30-point triple double, passing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Congratulations to Giannis Antetokounmpo. If I'm saying his name right, I don't want to butcher this. So this is from Stats and Info. Okay, let's see what else we can talk about. Okay, this is Murray State Sports. for the first time in almost 10 years, racing football is back in the top 25 polls. So congratulations to Murray State for getting into the top 25. So then 25 in the FCS. So let's see what else we got. Okay, Michigan baseball. So Michigan baseball in the top 25, they're ranked 22nd in the D1 baseball poll. Also, Baseball America, they're ranked 20th. In College Baseball Magazine, they're ranked 13th. So once again, congratulations to the Michigan Wolverines. Okay, this is from Nader Mafalga. This week, Sports Overtime, talking about what Ross Jackson and the Rovell report. Follow those guys as well. We just talked about. Okay, this is Giannis Poco's last 10 games. He averaged 31 points, 15 rebounds, and 10 assists. Also 33 points, 11 rebounds, and 11 assists. 24 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists. 35 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. This is in his last 10 games. For Giannis, also 26 points, 11 rebounds, 8 assists. 27, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists. 36 points, 14 rebounds, and 5 assists. 38 points, 10 rebounds, and 4 assists. Also 37 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists. And also 38 points and 4 rebounds. So that is Giannis's last 10 games. Follow them at NBA Central. So I'll scroll down. Okay, this is once again Deontay Booker agrees with the Giants, so it looks like he is going to be going over to the Giants to play with them. So that's Deontay Booker. So Deontay Booker going over to the Giants. So that's once again some a lot of NFL off-season moves. So I'm going to scroll down. Okay, let's go to this one. This is from The Athletic for LaMarcus Aldridge. All indicates relocating via the trade. Looks like it's probably going to happen with LaMarcus Aldridge. Looks like he's not going to be playing for the Spurs no more. So it looks like it's going to be a trade acquisition with him. So once again, follow them at The Athletic NBA. That's The Athletic NBA. So let's wrap this up. Okay, thanks for joining us for this edition of Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer Show. We'll be back on tomorrow once again, probably in the evening or whatever. So we'll be back. Also, LSU baseball tomorrow. They will take on Southeastern here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Game audio coverage will be available for Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter users. You can come in, listen to the game, and you'll have the game cast on the screen. You won't miss a play or anything. So that'll be tomorrow. So also, we'll have NCAA basketball coverage this week. So we will be doing some games. So that'll be for the tournament. So once again, like, share, and follow us. As always, like, share, and follow us Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. You can follow us on the YouTube channel. Also, you can follow us on Tumblr. Also, follow us on Twitch. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Skype. Also, you can follow us on the LinkedIn page. We'll post the video on LinkedIn as well. Also, follow us on the Blogspot page. We do blogs on there most of the time. And you can also follow us. Let's see. Looks like that's it. Everybody have a good rest of your Monday. We'll be back tomorrow.